Jackman will return to host the 68th Annual Tony Awards. The X-Men actor said Tuesday on Instagram. Jackman, a Tony winner for The Boy from Oz. That sounds kind of weird. I really can't picture Hugh Jackman in a Broadway show. I'm sorry. Every time I've ever seen him doing some kind of acting, it, A, was not on stage, and B, he had like really sharp claws coming out of his knuckles, and he was tearing stuff up with a bunch of other mutant-looking creature people. So, he takes over from Neil Patrick Harris, who has served as MC for the past 3 shows. The show will be broadcast live on CBS from the Radio City Music Hall on June 8th. I'm really gonna stay away from the whole thing. Neil Patrick Harris and all that stuff. I mean, okay, so maybe I'm not. Hugh Jackman, I guess I'd be like Jay-Z hosting a CMA Awards or ACM Awards, and for those of you who don't know, that's Country Music Awards and Academy of Country Music. So, I mean, I guess it really doesn't make sense to me, but I guess if Hugh Jackman has won an award for a broadcast show, that's more power to him, and that's great. That's awesome. You really do need to broaden your horizons. They always told us in high school, try it out for the baseball team. Don't just do one sport. Go out for baseball, basketball, football, whatever. You'll have better chances. So, yeah, I mean, really, that's the. I hope that show works out for you guys who watch it. I hope it's good. I'm sorry, I'm just not really, just really not a big really Broadway. I'm sorry, guys. So, how about this? Panasonic is launching 2 feature phones. Panasonic. That's a name you really haven't heard too much from, right? I mean, Panasonic back in the day, excuse me for being an 80s kid, but Panasonic was the deal back in the day, right? I mean, TVs, cameras, VCR. Man, Panasonic was like Sony and Samsung are today. Panasonic was huge. So it looks like Panasonic's going to be launching 2 feature phones. PTI New Delhi is in a bid to expand its reach to price-sensitive mass-market Japanese electronics. Major Panasonic launched 2 feature phones, an EZ180 and an EZ240 for RS1350 and RS1790 respectively. The company said the devices offer a good battery life, Hindi support, and security features like mobile tracker, security inbox, and application privacy. With these new offerings, Panasonic is focusing on expanding beyond the methods and delivering a remarkable mobile experience to the Indian mass consumers in Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. So it really sounds like Panasonic is just releasing these phones in India. No real word on whether or not these things are going to come over here to the U.S. But the fact that Panasonic is making its debut in phones. I mean, we've all seen what happens overseas eventually comes around to us. We're kind of, overseas is kind of like the lab rat, and we're kind of like the final. We get the final thing. I mean, you get the stuff from China. I mean, think about it. Whenever a new cell phone comes out, where does it always come out first at? It always comes out first over there in Europe and China and stuff like that. Whenever Samsung comes out with a new phone, you know, they always get it first over there, and you can't buy it from over there, because if you were to buy one from over there from someone and then you get it, well, it's not going to work because of the towers don't match up and everything like that. So who knows? Maybe Panasonic could end up becoming the next big cell phone maker company. Honestly, could get Motorola and Samsung a run for their money. Apple, sorry iPhone users, but yeah, sorry. Us Android users, we're ages ahead of you. You guys are still trying to figure out how to make a wheel out of a square rock, and we've already created the whole Flintstones mobile, and we're already rolling down the road. So catch you guys later. You heard dust, right? So excuse me here. So Facebook. Everyone knows about Facebook, right? Facebook, no? If you don't know about Facebook, please take a picture of the rock you've been living under and please send it to me. I would really love to see that thing. Facebook. 200 million people have watched their look back videos. I honestly didn't create one. I honestly didn't look one up. I honestly really didn't care. I'm gonna be honest. But for its 10th anniversary, Facebook gave each of its members a 1-minute video set to music that featured their top social networking moments. The company said Tuesday that nearly 200 million people have watched their quote-unquote, I'm using air quotes here, guys, their look-back videos. The revelation came from Sheryl Sandberg, Facebook's chief operating officer, on Tuesday evening during a question and answer session at the Goldman Sachs Technology and Internet Conference. Excuse me. It was amazing, Sandberg said of the response to Look Back. Almost 200 million people watched their Look Back video, and 50% of people who watched their own video shared it. It showed the power of the Facebook brand. When I first seen it, I thought it was a great idea. That's awesome. Again, I didn't click on mine. I didn't look mine up, so I don't know what mine looks like. It was a pretty eventful year, though, so I'd imagine it has some pretty eventful stuff in it. So yeah, we're gonna move on there. So Samsung is hinting at a new TouchWiz interface with unpacked 5 invites. Samsung, man, I'm telling you, Samsung keeps coming out with some crazy stuff, but the one thing I feel like Samsung really should work on is whenever you come out with something new, try to figure out a way you can make it work on your devices that are out right now. Because I'll tell you right now, that's the one thing Apple's got going for it. Apple's got, and if you're not in the smartphone market yet, you haven't bought a smartphone yet, and you're like, I want to buy a smartphone, but I just don't know which way to go. That's the one thing Apple's got going for it, as opposed to Samsung and all those Android phones. Apple, before they throw out an update, they tested on what product is going to be, what other products, as far as like iPod Touches, iPhones, which one of those it'll work on, and they let you know, hey, this is going to work on this one, and this one won't work on, Samsung just says, okay, here's the update, here's, ice cream sandwich, here's Kit Kat, or whatever operating system they're running next. Here it is, it's going to work on the new phones coming out, and it's also going to work on this random phone that nobody owns. But don't you guys worry about you Samsung Galaxy people who own those phones, because we're working on it. It may take a year, and by the time you get that software update, by the time you upgrade to Jelly Bean or whatever they're running these days, ice cream sandwich, by the time you get to it, by the time it gets to you, they've already got a new one out, and you're like, well, That's pointless, man. Why do you guys come to me shit like this? But they do make some amazing products, I'm not gonna lie. We know Samsung will be hosting a media event on February 24th during the Mobile World Congress in Barcelona, and judging from its name, Unpacked 5, we know there's a good chance that the company will unveil the Galaxy S5. Again, folks, this is on February 24th that Samsung may unveil a Galaxy S5. Samsung dropped another hint about the event Tuesday, thanks to new invitations that show off what appear to be updated icons for its TouchWiz interface. Samsung's new invite for its Unpacked 5 event shows what seem to be updated icons for the company's TouchWiz UI. Each of the 9 icons, which are flat and rounded as opposed to rectangular in TouchWiz Nature UX 2.0 on the Galaxy S4, include a word underneath that's raised, that's in quotation, to the power of 5. They are speed, outdoor, curiosity, fun, social, style, privacy, fitness, and life. With the number 5 so prominent on the invitation, all signs point to Samsung announcing its new S5 flagship smartphone. Including the words outdoor and fitness can mean that the S5 may be more rugged and durable than previous versions. Now, I know me, I have a case on my phone, and a more durable, rugged phone, that's what everyone keeps trying to push out. Honestly, it's just going to jack the price up more, and they're still going to make phone cases for these things, guys. Honestly, I wish I could give you guys some more. I just don't see why you would buy a rugged phone if they're still going to make a phone case for it. You're still going to want to put a phone case on it to protect the screen and everything. So, but look for that. February 24th is the date it has on it. I'm just about out of time though, guys. So I'm going to wrap up by saying thank you so much for listening. If you've listened this long, I'm sorry it was so terrible. But if it was terrible, thank you for lending me your ears though. And I'd really like to say, hopefully we'll see you next week. Or not see you, but hopefully you'll hear me next week. I'm going to try posting this thing tonight here. And again, this is my first show, so, I'm going to save the show. This is my pilot show. I'm going to save the show. It's the baby, I guess you can say. And we'll see where it goes from here. Who knows, maybe 10 years from now, I'll be playing this show as an anniversary show. And just playing it and saying, hey, look, this is where we started. This is where we're at. That was awesome. So before I go, I just want to tell you guys, I understand it's Wednesday, so I'm 2 days late on this show, but I just wish you guys the best of luck with this week. Honestly, one thing I just keep reminding myself is a bad day is better than no day, and that's any day. And there's a lot in that short phrase. There's a lot there. Just think about it. No matter how bad your day is right now, no matter how bad you get off flat tire, your kid's sick, something happened at work, the fax machine is jammed or something, who knows? Whatever is going on though, just remember, this day sucks. But you know what? You're not in a hospital bed wishing and hoping for one more bad day on earth. So take thought in that, guys. A bad day is better than no day, any day. Have a good rest of the week. We'll see you guys next week. Take care. Thank you for letting me in your ears and in your head for 30 minutes of your time. God bless you guys. Take care.